the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2-up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Condors of Brooklyn. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
This is 2nd and 8. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Tanner Rapp with a pick, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They run. First carry for Damian Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Once more, here's Eckler. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. You look at this Buffalo defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, no 2 ways around it. Anytime you get the current number 1 and number 2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in the season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as a team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He was brought down by Michael Davis. Now a 2nd and 6. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The kick by pass is good, and that will make it 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
2nd and 10. 2nd and 10
at
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2. When you look at this defense, they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 6-0 our score after 1. From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. It's Eckler again. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Play action. It's Herbert. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
This throw taken in by Johnston. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Flush to his right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
A little sorry to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Back to throw here, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
On play action, Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 22-yard line. There you go. Set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Eckler. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can be...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before half for Allen, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. Completes it to Davis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. In trouble, and he's taken down. Sebastian Joseph Day able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. There's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all for nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He finds his target, Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Rolling to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Allen going to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. To the air, Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2. They run with Hines. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 2 yards to go, second down. Allen off the play fake. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Bills on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. On first down, Allen.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell he wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the
secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert out to his left. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Now a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Herbert to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
Running on 1st down, Eckler.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing, Herbert. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here it is, 4th and inches. Herbert. And they hit him as he throws as this this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a